All right, well, today is Sam's birthday. He is our 19-year-old. As of today, it's hard to believe he's 19. As young as I am. I mean, come on. Hard to believe. Well, he's a great, great kid. But one of the things that has helped him more than anything else in life is that he learned how to learn. You know, yesterday, I talked about in that blog post about you making a decision of what your life was going to be like, deciding exactly how you wanted to do business. And I think that's pretty critical because it's so easy to go out and just kind of clone what somebody else is doing and seeing what somebody else is doing and thinking, oh, that's what I want to do that too. And we find out that it doesn't really come together exactly the way that we planned. But instead, if we were a little bit more individualized, we'd find a lot more success, find a lot more happiness, and we'd find that the value that we're bringing to the table would make a much greater impact. Well, when Sam was in elementary school, he was not really struggling, but not doing as well as we thought that he could. Now, we're not some of those parents that are like, hey, you need to live up to your potential. But instead, we just knew that something wasn't clicking. But we also noticed that Sam loved design. He loved to use Photoshop. He loved to do video editing, all at a very young age. And so one day, Sam and I were talking as he was getting ready to study for a test, and I said, Sam, you know, I think that maybe you think a little bit differently, that you're not very linear, so that when you go to class or when you study, why don't you turn the notes into pictures, at least mentally? Well, I didn't realize how far he was going to go with it. So what he actually did is that he would redraw his notes. He would mind map those out, or he would draw images, and all of this allowed him to really get a very clear picture of what was going on, and he's literally never struggled again because it's become so easy for him because he learned how he learned. Now, it's not right, it's not wrong, it's just the way that it is. And sometimes in life, we start looking around and we think that, well, the way that that person over there operates, well, that's the right way to operate. And the way that I operate has always been a little bit against the grain, and so that's not the way to operate. Well, none of that's true. It's simply who we are, how we're designed, and how we tend to view the world. And if we can understand and learn how we do that as individuals, it's going to make our businesses much stronger. It's going to make our relationships in life much deeper because now we're functioning out of our own personal wiring instead of looking everywhere around us and trying to be like everyone else, instead of simply being like ourselves. And so with Sam, for us, it's a very happy birthday because of his 19 years and because Sam is really diving in to who he is. So I want to challenge you today. Be who you are. You know, decide what you want to do, the way that you want to do it, and be true to that. Don't necessarily look around and say, well, because I'm not like so-and-so, then what I'm doing is not really valid or not really important. What you bring to the table is valid, it is important, as long as it's serving other people, it's making a positive impact, and that's what we're all here for. Instead of simply, you know, taking a negative attitude and thinking, well, you know what, I don't do anything special and I'm not very special. Locate what is special within you. Maybe you learn a little bit different. Maybe you see things a little bit differently. Maybe you write a little bit differently or make videos a little bit differently. It doesn't matter. Nothing is more right or more wrong as long as it serves the marketplace. Well, keep doing great work. As always, success is not an accident. Be blessed.